All right, guys, welcome to the Black Veteran Perspective. 20-year vet over here, also an immigrant, just trying to give my perspective. Attorney General Pam Bondi just got fired, right? Just like Christine Nome, they both were doing a great job, but she got terminated like last week. Now, Pam Bondi, although she was doing what she did, but at the end of the day, what really got her was overpromising, especially when she went on Fox News and stating that the files were on her desk.
Attorney General Pam Bondi talking yesterday about what she plans to do with these files now sitting on her desk. Here's what she says.
This is something Donald Trump has talked about. The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
It's not just that now, too. Now you're going to have like the Democrats, the people who always wanted her to get terminated because no matter what she did, they still want it. You still have some my Republican want to get terminated too. I mean, right now we can just get some perspective on that.
Hey guys, there's been some difficult news today for Pamela Bondi. Yeah, she's been fired. There's been good news for all the rest of us. Pamela Bondi has been fired. That means that our efforts around transparency, around accountability, and around justice are working. Right, our organizing is working. We filed the articles of impeachment just a couple weeks ago. And then, of course, infamously, we went hit on against Pam Bondi and James Comer in the hearing where they tried to get around the subpoena. We have been relentless in seeking justice for every survivor of Epstein and all of the people attached to him, including anybody who's obstructing justice right now, like Pam Bondi, like the DOJ, and a reminder also Todd Blanche. But this isn't the end, right? We still have more organizing. In fact, she still needs to come before our committee to talk about her obstruction, to talk about why she still owes the American people, why she still owes the survivors 3 million documents. On April 14th, she's supposed to come before the
Here's the thing, too, about Democrats. She just mentioned justice, owing survivors. I'm not saying some of what she's saying is not true, too. But just listen to Democrats. Again, they had 4 years, and they didn't care anything about this. Democrats, they're very good at certain things, and they never waste an opportunity. Like she's saying right now, they never waste an opportunity.
Committee in a deposition that was bipartisan. And we expect that she will still come. But also, we're still seeking justice. So while Pam Bondi being out is one step towards justice, just one step towards accountability, it is a great reminder that when we fight, right, winning might not come immediately. But when we fight, we are standing up for each other. We are showing community care for each other. We are showing that we do not consent to authoritarianism. We do not consent to a justice system that doesn't work, for our people, and we're going to keep on fighting.
Oh, Pam Bondi is out as Attorney General. This is very, very big news, and I'm very encouraged by it. It tells me President Trump is taking serious that the MAGA base is upset that we have not had the retribution that we deserve. And yes, I use that very strong term. We want indictments. We want Brennan. We want Comey. We want all of them that trampled on our rights. Fauci, and the list goes on. Pam Bondi failed to do it. She may be a very nice lady. She may have tried her hardest, but the bottom line is she failed, and she let MAGA down. So now this is the start of something.
It's not too much that she failed. In a sense, she overpromised, and she couldn't deliver what she promised. More or less, too. If she had just stayed in the box and not really saying too much until they had what they had, it would have been easy. Again, there's no difference. There are many people who spoke on different podcasts during the election that they would go ahead and release stuff. People who actually went in administration, in the FBI. And when they got there, everybody became silent. It was like a whole bunch of promises and nothing got delivered.
Special Todd Blanche, the assistant attorney general, is who the interim attorney general is right now. I'm not happy with this. This is a guy from the inside. I don't want him. I need a guy that's a pit bull. Maybe a guy like Mike Davis. Maybe my friend.
But again, Todd Blanche been with Trump for a long time too. Again, just like Pam Bondi was there during the impeachment. So Trump known him as somebody he feel comfortable with. So it could go both ways.
And Alina Habba. Maybe Lee Zeldin over at EPA would make a great attorney general. Either way, let's get some new blood in there and let's start going after these people that literally tried to destroy President Trump, tried to destroy us, tried to destroy great patriots, and we get the retribution we deserve. I'm vindictive right now. I'm a vindictive mother scratcher. And this day to me is a very, very big day.
I could see a lot of this is on Pam Bondi herself too. A whole bunch of promises, like I mentioned earlier. Remember this picture right here, the video coming out with, yeah, they released a whole bunch of files. Everybody prepped up. Everybody thought something good was gonna come out of it. Finding out it's the same old files that we had already in the last administration. So nothing new. They prepped up and hyped up a whole bunch of stuff, and nothing really came out of it. All right, guys. Right now, we're gonna see what Fox News have to say about this, as far as Pam Bondi being fired.
Kaylee, I just got off the phone with President Trump. We have a big scoop. Pam Bondi will soon leave her job as the Attorney General. She is going to get a different job within the administration. It doesn't sound like there is any bad blood between her and President Trump, but it does seem like they want her to go and do something else. And in an interim role, she will be replaced.
There is no bad blood because, again, they're very close. Right now, they're still on good terms, even though it's a firing. They're still on good terms. It's not really a bad thing for Pam Bondi. It looks bad as far as the optics of it, but realistically, because there was so much stuff on her from what she created, the mess she created of herself in the beginning. There was so much pressure from the Democrats and some Republicans themselves that pretty much you really have to have a fresh start. The same thing with Kristi Noem. You got to have a fresh start to kind of tame the waters a little bit.
Replaced by Todd Blanche, who is currently her deputy at the Justice Department. So it doesn't sound like Blanche is being elevated long term to the Attorney General. There might be somebody else that the president wants to go in there. President Trump soon will announce to the entire world that it is the end of Pam Bondi's time as the Attorney General. He still thinks that she is a great person and that she did a good job. And he still wants her in the fold because she will still be an important part of the administration, he tells me, but no longer as the top law enforcement officer of the United States. That, at least for a little while, is going to be Todd Blanche.
All right, I can see and we just heard, she's not really getting fired. It's more like a little soft reassignment. She's going to get placed back, still in the administration, going to go in the private sector. With that being in itself, we got to remember, she's getting removed. Could be seen as a bad thing, good thing. But again, Democrats, they're never going to let up. They're always going to keep pushing. That is their whole little thing, right? Their game plan. It's like, yeah, you remove one person. They're never going to let up. They're going to keep pushing for, if they had their own way, they would fight Trump right now. So no one in the administration, in their eyes, is doing a good job. They only think like they're the only one who does a good job. But we all see what's going on. When Democrats are in power, the economy, everything falls like a mess. They themselves surveilling other people. When they had their own attorney general in power, it was a great mess. So although Pam Bondi didn't do a great enough job, she still did something, I would say, to some respects, in holding her own. But again, let's hope the Republicans get a new person in here, somebody who could actually hold his or her own. If it's Todd Blanche, obviously he is a good, I would say, somebody who has Donald Trump's ears. So he might end up being acting, end up being permanent. We never know. It also moved into somebody who's in the Senate or in the House of Representatives. They have multiple AGs who've been AGs of their states before, so they could actually get one of those. But again, the narrative could be that they were in on certain things, so you might want to get somebody who was outside of DC. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Peace.